Hello, my name is Roger. Today I'm going to show you a very unique phone and email marketing program. I've opened up the main form, the customer form, and it already shows you all the icons you can use for this whole program. From here you can reach any place. Here this section is for all the customer details you want to enter in there. And this section is for all the customer details, pertaining to the references they're interested in. You can find your customer fairly quick by just going and entering in by the scroll down button, or you can use this way. You go search after email, or you can search after customer, whatever you prefer. And in this bottom end here in the subform, you can enter the reference number of interest. Say the customer is interested in 5081, reference number 5081, then it already imports all the information pertaining to it. Maybe you want to delete also the string, you can do that here too. Delete it and it's going to be out. You can go to additional depths. If you have a customer who is proposing, let's say, makes a counter proposal, they want to put in $8,000 instead of $10,000 for this product, you can do this. Enter the data in here, whatever you like, then you can highlight it. I highlight it all the way down here to the vendor email. I copy it, and then I can paste it in here, and it will come up and show all the information. Here's what I just typed in, the reference number, and actually the vendor email address, which I can highlight, and then I can copy it, I can paste it, and then I can send it. You can also archive data. For example, click here, hit refresh, it will archive data, and there it will pop up as archived. If I want to undo it, I click here, refresh. This way you can keep a clean house. It has also a very powerful search engine. 8 categories right now set up for searching. If you punch in any string, it will search for it. If let's say I want to punch in the reference number, well, if I do the identical reference number, it will show only one record here. But I can put, for example, which makes more sense, in the description, RAP, say I want to find everything which contains this little string. I update it, it'll show me 2 records. If we're gonna further filter it down, let's say by the dollar value, and I want to have everything which contains $10,000 on top of it, then it's only 1 record left. If I take this out, update, it's back in there, and I can report this. I can send this into an Excel sheet, right mouse click, export, PDF, Word, Excel, in another Access as HTML, and can volunteer this information to my customers. I can also export this whole subform, the information of including confidential information. Right now I've hidden 2 columns, these 2 columns, that will be exported as well. That's why we mark this button here red, to take extra notice of what you're doing. And if you hold your cursor on certain buttons, it will pop up a control tip. So it is a very self-explanatory program. If you have other very red hot follow-up items you need to take care of, not necessarily pertaining to your reference numbers, your products, your items, your services, you can do it here. So this program is designed for everybody, really. Products, services, for handling a lot of customers, vendors, phone correspondence. This will keep you an overview. This will show all active items, all the things which people have proposed on. This section here is for your email maintenance. Sometimes old emails, they bounce and bounce. You want to keep a clean house there as well. So here you can type in, for example, an email, sales at, or you can copy and paste it from wherever you got it, and then you can type it in and click tab, and if it is already in there, it will recognize it and gives you this error message. So duplications are not allowed. We don't want duplicates, and that's a really nice feature. If I add a couple of things of which I know they're not in there, and then hit tab, it'll accept it. Here I can see all my active emails. I just added the one here, you can see that. If they bounce, I just normally check mark them. If they bounce twice, I make them inactive. This column here, domestic, is a fancy button to see how many domestic customers I have. Last emails. If you wanna make mail outs, and let's say you have thousands of emails and you only want to send 300 at a time, chop it up, well, you can do it. This one here, for example, shows all emails from position number 970 to position number 1460 have been emailed the other day. Other tutorials will show you then in depth how this works. And with these mailouts, you may have standard phrases for price updates or for machines sold. You copy and paste it into your email program, choose the category you want, add another category, and you can customize this as you like. This shows here all active data items or services you offer. The ones 10 days ago or last 10 days. So recent, R stands for recent information, a report. This exports it all into an Excel sheet which you can share with all kinds of people, and then you can enter the path you want. It exports it in a 97 model Excel sheet up to 2003 worthy. This one is for the textile industry. Over 95 reports already preset here and tabbed by processing, like yarn processing or knitting, braiding, label, or it's sorted under weaving, finishing. And you can click a button here, for example weaving. I know I have this information already in there, and there you go. It'll show you the reference number, the cost, and the terms and conditions, and if there are pictures available. And again, right mouse click, and then you can export the data into PDF, Access, Word, Excel format. Very nice tool. This one is a query. You hit in, let's say, the number 30, and it will make a report on everything you've entered until 30 days ago. It's a good tool if you want to delete old stuff. So you can also put in 300 days ago, 600 days ago. This one shows you all the archived information. This one gives you all the hyperlink information. You can have here thousands of hyperlinks, categorized, customer number, or account and member information, passwords if you need, security questions they sometimes ask. And then last but not least, vendor information and all the offers they made to you. Here's the vendor email. Here are a couple of buttons which will ease for you the import of information. Let's say you have already an extensive customer base, you can import the information, or you have maybe some items already, you can import that too. You don't have to do everything manually from scratch, so it will speed it all up. This kind of concludes this program. There are a couple of shortcuts which I really didn't show you, but if you double click, for example, in the main database, and this reference number, it will show you all customers pertaining to this one reference number. And if something has been updated, you can copy and paste these two, or if there are 20 of them, into your email carbon copy program, or you can then take this data string and copy and paste that in your email. And this way you can always update them on the newest information. Okay, this is Roger again. Thank you so much for listening and your interest. You can send us an email to sales@rc-soft.com, and I will try to answer your questions. Thank you so much.